This is absolutely suckish. This is suckish. My God. Where's the video capture device? Damn. That was not supposed to happen. We suffered some serious freaking frame skip. I'm sorry, guys. So I'll continue from here. Hello, frames. The frame skip is insane. Just exploring's hard. I might not be able to play tonight, guys. I might have to turn off my computer. Something is eating my power, and I don't know what it is. Probably Edge for all I care. Look at this. That is my... Oh. God. I'm sorry, guys. I can't stream like this. This is irritating me. My RAM's being eaten by Edge, I think. So, more will be able to let you guys right now. I'm sorry. Where? Oh, maybe there's a shot? Nah, the frame skip is terrible. You guys can see the frame skip clearly. I can see the frame skip, but it's kind of... just not noticeable by default. Oh, okay, let's hope there's no more. See that? That's frame skip. That's not supposed to happen. It's open on the big chungus. Why is it doing this? Should we go mining? No. Let me put this in the... Well, that's another mithril pickaxe and you're drained of power. Yeah, let's go mining. Let's not really go mining. Let's go spelunking. Now let's just dig out. Is this marble cobble? Yeah. This is what I need, this marble cobble. I need a lot of it. So that's kind of what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna burn this pickaxe out. Just mining mainly marble. Honestly, don't you hate it when, like, your game master be like, you rolled a 1. You have an unsuccessful move. Sorry to tell you, but I have a plus 20 modifier on peanut butter. What? I would love to see someone make, oh god, food modifiers in like Pathfinder. I would love to see someone make food modifiers. That'd be freaking hilarious. Like, just like a food modifier. Like, okay, so for example, what's a good example of this? So basically, like in Pathfinder, we have modifiers. I'm actually gonna record this with Audacity so that we can have a podcast episode to go with the stream. Skip. Exit. Mono track. You guys are gonna hear me do this on camera. You are listening to our totally cromulent podcast. And then we just throw on the music. I'm live editing, dude, for the show. I'm actually live editing for my show, me and my girlfriend's show. Okay, I need... It's this one? Okay. Let's see. We split this clip, remove this part. You Control K it.
You are listening to our totally cromulent
Okay. Now we just add a mono track and that's it. Okay. Recording. Oh man, but no. Back to the subject. I would love, just absolutely freaking love, for someone to create food modifiers in freaking Pathfinder or something. You know, I love a food like okay, so like for example, basically, say like in Pathfinder, you have different stats or skills, or depending on like the homebrew or the Path 2E like custom content. You know, you have modifiers, which basically when you roll a die to do something, the modifier adjusts. So usually a modifier adds a variable to the to the freaking item, to the action. For example, +1 fortitude, right? So like basically like you'd roll a die for a fortitude check, and depending on what the die is, whether it's a 1 to even a 20 and any random number on a 20-sided die, basically the fortitude check, you'd add the modifier to the initial fortitude check that is rolled. You'd add +1. So like if I rolled a 20, it would be fortitude 20 plus 1. So it'd be actually a 4, like you know, So, like, basically, like, intelligence or something, for example. Like, I have to, I'm gonna build um, a, what's an example? I'm gonna craft a spell book. How do you craft a spell book successfully? Well, no, that's not really a good example of how this would work. I have a better example. Okay, so like basically, say I want to transfer this spell from this scroll into my massive tome of Akashic storage or something. And what is the success that the scroll won't be destroyed or damaged in the process? So, you would roll a d20 and you'd add your modifier depending on the check. So, for example, this would be like a homebrew thing. So, it'd be like transfer magic. But, like, what it attach? You're probably, with not really wisdom, but intelligence. And basically, you would roll your d20 to determine the intelligence used, and depending on that intelligence, kind of decides everything. So the modifier just boosts the outcome from the die. So basically, like, think of it like, I don't know. These are like a bonus. Now, modifiers can also be negative, actually. So, like, I don't know, -5 gratitude or something, depending. -5 mining. I don't know, something like that. Like, something practical. You know, practicality is kind of important in RPGs because, you know, there's rules. But you know what I would love to see someone do? I mean, I've never seen it done, but I'd laugh if someone actually did it. What about, like, because I've done homebrew system coding, where I've had, like, Sylladex systems from Homestuck that allow more interesting methods of, well, carrying items with a capture log deck. But, what I'm, like, something funny that just occurred to me prior to the episode was, like, what if we, like, do, like, so, like, how do I put this? Food stats. Like, food usually is used to heal, right? But what if you could get... What if food had rules? Depending on how it was made or some other die roll check when processing or cooking or grinding the flour or something, that just gives the food a modifier of effectiveness. So you would have to roll a die for that specific food to actually, like, be useful. Like, most foods are kind of just, like, mundane. I mean, you could add magical foods, but honestly, magical foods are kind of just a flop. Because it'd be funnier if, like, you had to cook your food, like RuneScape. And then you cook your food, and then basically, like... You, yeah. But, like, you could have, like, a magic system. Homebrew magic system where you could, like, roll a die and it would determine the food, stats and stuff. And I don't know, like, you could have, like, a cooker, chef golem or something, or a chopping golem. But, basically, like, the ingredients and the food all have stats. And basically, to get the stats, you need to determine the success, right? It doesn't mean the product won't come into existence. Like, I don't know, tomato of the heavens or something. Like, I want to make a sandwich. Beef sandwich of eternal screaming or something. How do you do that? Well, step 1, you make bread. How do you make bread? With flour, water, eggs, and yeast. How do you get these? Well, you have to get them from specific places and mix them in a mystical mixing bowl called the Cauldron of Baked Perfection. I don't know. Something like that. Cauldron of Baked Perfection. That's funny. But yeah, you see where I'm going with this? Like, you could have a food-based system that determines all of the, like, values of cooking. I just want to see someone integrate a stat-based food system into a homebrew system. Now, I love the idea of adding, like, new storage methods. Like, the Silodex thing could probably abolish, like, a bag of holding, because even then, a bag of holding still, I believe, has weight. So, it's a little bit more crazier. I mean, the Silodex thing I came up with a while back is a lot more broken than the food thing. Or maybe the food thing's a lot more broken than the Silodex, but, like, take word. So, like, you roll for, like, your ingredient quality and attributes, and then you add those attributes, and then you run a, say, a cooking check, right? And this cooking check basically determines the final quality of the food, and it adds the ingredients to that value and their effects. So, like, the tomato of night, like the cucumber of night vision or something, you know? Like, you have a cucumber that lets you see in the dark. How do you guarantee it's going to let you see in the dark versus all the other ingredients? So that success rate for the ingredients to determine what their abilities are and what they're going to be named could be represented on a table, right? Like a loot table. And if you wanted to add your own, it is fully modular, honestly. That's the idea. Is that it's a fully modular food-based system. Yep. That's basically how I would think of doing it, is you can add your own ingredients, but the rule is for, like, mystical ingredients or ingredients from other realities or something, you would need to roll a check to check what their stats, their effects do, and then you would, like, roll for the sandwich to see if it gets one or all of the effects of the ingredients, or if it gets a completely new effect. And I think that's really it, honestly. 9-man podcast, 10-man podcast episode? Yeah, so, it's a relatively short one because my girlfriend is not online. So, this episode's relatively short, but, yeah, you could integrate a food-based system into your world, and I would love to see that in the future. I would love to see that. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Eewee. Okay, now we just add the kicker. Wow, a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Officially, episode 5 is... Is it episode 5? Okay. Come on. I think I'm gonna take a break from streaming for now.